Hello Virgo. I'm going to give you today general reading for October 2017, and I'm going to use two decks of cards. The first deck is Golden Tarot deck by Cat Black. Beautiful artwork, beautiful symbolism. I love to work with it. And then I was guided to use for you guys Angels of Abundance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue. And usually Angels of Abundance cards looking into money matters and abundance matters in different meanings. So I will be pulling three cards first from Golden Tarot deck. And I must say that I'm not going to use reverse cards because I think in all tarot decks there is enough of kind of more on the positive side meanings or more on the negative side meanings cards. So I don't like to use reverse cards. Okay, so the first card is Five of Coins, Seven of Coins, and Strength. Okay, so Virgos, you have very beautiful cards. Looking at just for a few minutes, we see that here we have coins and coins, and then comes strength. First of all, what is on your mind mostly in October? It will be money matters. And matters that or affairs that are related to some kind of possessions. It also can be not only possessions in terms of material possessions, but also kind of spiritual possessions, I would say. Your experiences, your you know, maybe some wisdom that you gained, and yeah, so mostly you're dealing with affairs, I would say not of the heart, but related to either your workplace or your income. So let's see. Five of Coins. Well, the Five of Coins usually is not the favorite card, and I just mentioned that we don't need even reverse meanings because Five of Coins has this energy of lack related to possessions. Well, looking at the figure, the man is looking wishfully at these coins that are kind of hovering in his room, or most likely, no, it's not his room, it's maybe even a church. Yes, it looks like a church. So the idea of this card is that you are wishful for more resources coming to you available in October. And it could be from the place of lack, or it could be of your understanding of what lack is. So maybe you still are on the, you know, you're still good with your finances, but for some reason you're afraid. You're afraid and you want more income coming to you, or a wider flow of prosperity coming to you for several reasons. Because there is also a female figure behind the man's back, and it makes me feel that maybe your concerns are related to family members who depend on you. And yeah, it could be some kind of wishful thinking. Oh, I wish I could be more supportive to my family, or I wish I could have more resources to invest them in some kind of enterprise. So you are kind of, your head is up in the clouds thinking about, okay, money just come to me. So I wouldn't say it's really negative card, it's just a card of concern. It reminds me also of a card in Lenormand, Madame Lenormand deck, of mice. And you know, mice is something hidden. Often you don't even realize that you have mice in your house, but you know, all this, like sometimes you hear the sounds, and it worries you. So and mice, they usually take from you, from your possessions. So this is very relevant energy here. So you are not you are not certain about the flow of prosperity coming to you. or you're really lacking some resources to start something, or you feel that you should be more supportive to family member who is dependent on you. Now, looking at Seven of Coins, Seven of Coins is, again, it's I would say there is something similar with this card that we just talked about. Again, there is the figure of a person who is kind of in contemplation about her resources, and she's standing beside this tree, thinking, maybe thinking, kind of, should I stay or should I go? Should I start something? Do I have enough resources? Do I really want to get engaged in some kind of activity that will probably bring me more resources, or maybe not? Or you're just staying put, thinking maybe October is not the right time for me to be engaged in something more risky. And yeah, you're kind of thinking about your possessions, about resources, availability of such, and you're kind of all by yourself here. So if in this card we see that you are thinking about family member who might get your support, here you're just thinking about your own path and your own possessions, and maybe not thinking about sharing them with somebody. So it's again a card of waiting, a card of not taking action, and a card of being cautious about maybe consequences. It can also be the case, and it just came to me, that someone who is watching maybe received an offer. Maybe it's an offer of getting involved in some kind of enterprise, maybe business. And there is, because there is this red color and there is this dog near that figure, it could be your friend, it could be somebody who you're on friendly terms, or you think it's maybe a good match for you to start something together or to invest money into something. But you're kind of by yourself. Either you don't want really to share, or you don't really want to start using your possessions, your bank account. You just want to keep it tight. I mean, tight in terms of keep it, maybe it's not the right word, keep it untouched for this for the time being. So you're on the cautious side, and the advice I would say from this deck is for you Virgos not to rush into the enterprise. Just hold on and see what maybe you need more information. And then you have the card, Major Arcana card, Strength. I really like this card. It's very beautiful. Artwork is just beautiful. There is this woman with a lion, and she apparently tamed this lion. And behind her back there is a horse, and it looks like she is ready for war or ready for defend herself. So the meaning of this card could be, generally speaking, you are ready to defend your principles and your beliefs. Or if we look at the situation with coins cards, you just want to keep your possessions safe, and you want to defend your position. Maybe someone is saying, maybe a family member is saying, oh, you have money, you can do that, you can start this or that enterprise, so why just to keep it untouched? But again, and this, the horse is kind of rushing towards the back of this woman, and the woman is kind of, you know what, probably I would rather step aside and keep my strength, but not using or wasting my energy yet. And the whole idea of strength card is that you're on the right side. I would say maybe people who are trying to get you involved in some kind of enterprise, um, they're not as cautious as you are. And we know that you guys, Virgos, in general, you are very you're wise, guys, right? You don't want to rush into things that you kind of have a bad feeling about. And I'm not saying this is something bad. I'm just saying that maybe October is not the right time for you um, to push your horses, right? So strength card shows that you're on your choice or your decision not to move along with something is good. Is you, like you should not be thinking that, oh, I'm a bad guy because look, some people depend on my resources and I'm kind of keeping them to myself. So you kind of, maybe you look in somebody's eyes as a greedy person, but you are not. You are just a wise person and you don't want to waste money or other resources, maybe your time, maybe your attention, for something that you don't see its worth yet. Okay, so this is very interesting advice for you, Virgos. So um, just be yourself, be your wise guy as you always are, and just don't rush in October into something risky, and just see, maybe you need more information, maybe you need just to wait a little bit until the situation will change for the better. Okay, and now three cards for you guys, talking about well, advice from angels of abundance. And I think the theme is the same. Okay, so well, if you want prosperity and abundance, you don't waste it hastily, right? Okay, so what do we see here? Obstacles and blocks are lifted. Interesting card. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. You know, it's a little bit kind of not matching what we just were talking about, but I think the difference is that here with Golden Tarot advice, it was somebody was pushing you into doing something. Here, it's about your project and your thinking and your cherished desires, so to speak, to get them moving. So the point of this card is that if you personally wanted to invest your time, attention, and resources into some kind of a project that you were thinking a lot about before, just go for it, because obstacles that maybe you experienced before now have been lifted. Yeah, there will be a progress, and stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. So maybe you were up to this point, you were accumulating wisdom, experience, ideas, and you were accumulating resources. And because there were some obstacles, or because you just felt that it was not the right time for you. So now, according to this card, in October, you can start moving in the direction towards realization of your projects that you personally started before, or you were thinking about before. Declutter. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. I think this is a beautiful card. You know, all of us, we kind of get, I don't know, me for sure. I kind of, it's very hard for me to get rid of my old stuff. And even if I don't use it anymore, I'm thinking, you know what, it's for some items, it's memory. For other items, you think, oh, maybe I still will be using them. For other items, you just like how they look on the shelf, but you never really look at the shelf that very often. So anyways, like yesterday, I was trying to get rid of many items that I don't really use anymore, and every time I'm piling them in the box to, to be removed, I was thinking, oh, maybe not all of this item. Maybe I should maybe I should not get rid of all of them. So anyways, declutter is a very, very difficult job for many. But I think for Virgos in particular, it's not that difficult because you guys are very organized. You like order around you. And so for you, declutter could be something kind of a routine. Maybe you do it monthly. All of us do it monthly or even weekly, but for me, it's such a big deal. But for you guys, it could be a good thing to make it monthly or even weekly. So declutter for October for sure is something that you need to invest your time in. And plus, talking about your projects and that the lifts and obstacles have been lifted, maybe that's also even adding more energy of the easier flow because while you're decluttering your space, you are decluttering the energy flow towards your projects. And finally, we have a card which is called Detox Your Friendships. Well, detox your friendships talks, and immediately I can see connection with the first two cards about maybe particularly this card in Golden Tarot deck. Yeah, this cute dog. It could be somebody friendly to you who is trying to talk you into something. And here is another confirmation that maybe you should think twice, and maybe people who look friendly are not really your friends. And also, detox your friendships could mean not that you should not just get rid of your friends, like decluttering yourself from any friendly relationships, but it's just detoxing your relationship with friends in terms of maybe you guys have some hidden feelings or some you really want to bring up some issue, but you don't feel good about it because you don't want to lose friendship. But according to this card, um, your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. So, on the one hand, just pick up your friends wisely. Pick up friends who do not rain on your parade, so to speak, and who are supportive. And if there is a friend who is kind of more on the negative side, like half empty kind of a half empty glass kind of a person, maybe you should not. I don't want to say, okay, just don't be friends anymore, but maybe you should just try to in person to be more supportive to yourself or to himself or herself. So the point of detoxing your friendship is again like you're you want in your surroundings people who are exchange of energies is positive, and it's kind of win-win situation, right? So beautiful advice for you workers. I really feel that October will be kind of a month of contemplation, of decluttering, detoxification, kind of being ready for something really important that will most probably come, I think, in December for you. I'm still kind of accumulating some energy um, to make this leap of faith towards something important. Okay, so I wish you luck in October and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.